Edward Thorndike is well known in psychology for his contributions to learning theory, which helped behavior reasons operant conditioning theory come into being. Thorndike studied how animals learn, typically cats. He came up with a classic experiment that employed a puzzle box to test the concepts of learning empirically.
In the experiment, we just need to put a starving cat in a box that is easy to open in order to access food outside of the box. The puzzle box itself featured a door that was closed by a weighted thread, and that string was connected to a lever. By operating this, the door would open.
As we put the cat inside the box, at first, the cat wandered around the cage, meowing and circling. We noticed that the cat is not comfortable, and it doesn't seem to care even if we put food outside the box. She was simply lying inside the box side, where it was barely visible. After 10 minutes had passed, she still hadn't figured out how to escape from the box.
We removed the cat from the box and let her play on the ground. She, however, exhibits elusiveness and refuses to engage in play. She appears frightened and is searching for a spot to hide while doing so. We comforted her for a moment to ease her nervousness before returning her to the box.
On the second experiment, we tried to show her where the food was placed, imitate cat noises, and play a rolled piece of paper for her for about 15 minutes. But she didn't respond. She simply kept staring at us with a helpless and terrified expression. She still didn't manage to get out of the box.
Until we made the decision to place two cats inside the box, the cats played together and moved from one place to another up until they came towards the lever and accidentally pushed it, which opened the door.
In this experiment, we took into account formulated variables. The first factor is the place where the cats grow. Our cats are both pet cats and stray cats, where the pet cat at first was active, but when surrounded by many people, it just wanted to remain on the sides of the box and wasn't eating the food provided. Because of this behavior, she was unable to escape the box, while the stray cat is more social, active, and not hiding on the box's edge. It remains eager to leave the box and to eat the food outside.
Additionally, we have concluded that the environment is also variables in the experiment. Cats are often depicted as scaredy, nervous, and unfamiliar with their surroundings. They usually get startled by loud sounds and get stressed from traveling home to place of experiment.
Last variable is the number of people within the experiment area. There are approximately 40 people in the room and half are talking at the same time. So the cats being put in a box resorted to stay in a corner because of the noise. We also think that it is a factor that cats like to snuggle in the narrow places.
As the conclusion of this experiment revealed, an animal's preferred method of learning is trial and error rather than logical thinking. We can see that over time, a cat would need less time to open the door and get to the food using this puzzle box. Cats were able to learn from their experiences and repeat actions that produce favorable results. The cat initially had difficulty, but with each subsequent trial, they advanced quicker until their response times were effective enough to level off. The more times the cat were in the box, the less time they spent stumbling around and meowing until they discovered the trigger that let themselves out.